in this bottle, you're going to pour warm water from the tap at the hospital, and then you will press it. You put it down there and you press it, and the water will come out and do so it is that water that will cleanse that place for you. Now, if you want to poop, that's a different story entirely. Let me introduce you. Hey. Oh, hi, if it's your first time here, my name is Adenike or Olori Esho. On this channel, I create content that relates to love, marriage, lifestyle, motherhood, babies. If you want to check out my baby diaries. So if you're interested in any of those things, please subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video, check out my other videos, and let me know down below that you are a new subscriber, all right? Thank you. So, postpartum. Postpartum. Currently, I am about 7 weeks postpartum, so I can sit here to talk to you about postpartum. Anyway, today I'm going to be giving you the lowdown on my postpartum experience and what you should expect in possibly your postpartum experience, or just for informational purposes, what women go through to have a baby. Okay. Okay, so for me, I feel like a lot more people told me a lot more about the pregnancy journey than about the postpartum journey, because guess what, if you think 9 months was a journey, the postpartum experience itself is a lifetime journey. It is such an experience that shook me, that caught me off guard. Like, it made me, I remember I sent messages to a few people and I was like, come, you guys didn't tell us about postpartum. Nah. Yes, I messaged some of my friends that have babies and I was like, you didn't tell me about postpartum. You just didn't. Your postpartum experience is starting right there at the hospital after having your baby. So praise the Lord, hallelujah. You've delivered, your baby is doing well, you're doing well, glory be to God, right? Awesome. The first thing they're going to ask you is if you want to breastfeed. If you have plans of breastfeeding, then they're going to have you do skin to skin with the baby, put the baby on your chest for like 1 hour or 45 minutes thereabout. After that, they will now try to see if the baby can latch on, okay, to your bowels, and if it can feed the colostrum. That's the first thing that comes out before the milk eventually comes out, maybe 2 to 3 days after, right? So shocker number 1, you are about to start breastfeeding. No, nobody told me breastfeeding was painful. I didn't know. I didn't know. You know, based on logistics, I thought it was supposed to be sweetening me. But then the baby latches on, and I'm not complaining because I know a lot of people struggle to produce milk quickly or even colostrum quickly. But the moment my baby latched on, the moment Nimi latched on like this, it was like electric shock. The thing it just started sucking. See, it did not even try to say, oh, mommy, I'm going to be gentle and try to see if there is milk. It was like, no, I know there is milk, there's colostrum inside this thing and I'm pulling it out. My baby fed for 45 minutes straight. Not like they had to break it so that they could weigh him and, you know, move us from the delivery room into the admission room where I stayed for the next 2 days and all of that, you know. So the point being, that's the first thing, right? Breastfeeding is painful. It is mega painful. It is painful. The more, like, you're still healing, you know, everything down there is still blah blah blah, and then you're already having to deal with fresh pain, ongoing pain, and pain that will be consistent because every time the baby feeds, you're in trouble. Okay, so the first breastfeeding session, that's done. Next is going to be your first trip to the bathroom. Okay, it is a journey on its own. Your journey to the bathroom for the first time after having a baby. All right, so if you had a tear, thankfully, to God be the glory, my tear wasn't so bad. I did not tear all the way. Apparently, there are some women who tear all the way, you know, from the front to the back. I can't even tell you about that, but I've heard that is another level of pain, okay? But thankfully, I didn't tear all the way. It was just a bit of tear, but still, They still had to sew that place. Oh, my first trip to the bathroom, I did not go by myself. In fact, my first, second, maybe even my first, second, and third trips to the bathroom, I did not go by myself. I was accompanied by a nurse who had to show me how to go to the bathroom. Okay, first I had to learn how to walk because I had epidural. So now I'm learning to move my legs again. I'm walking, which is not a chore, by the way. I'm walking, and then she's helping me, she's holding me to the bathroom, and then she's gonna show me all the things I'm going to do to clean down there, because guess what? I just had a baby. Shall we get started? So the first thing is, once you pee, you cannot wipe with a tissue because fresh stitches, okay? You don't want the stitches to break. So they will tell you to, where is it? So the very first thing the nurse is going to give you is something like this. Yeah, see the mouth, something like this. I've forgotten what it is called. It is called, here it is written on its cleansing bottle, but there's a word for it. It is called, I've forgotten what it is called, but in this bottle, right, they gave me this at the hospital, by the way. In this bottle, you're going to pour warm water from the tap at the hospital, and then you will press it. You put it down there and you press it, and the water will come out and do so it is that water that will cleanse that place for you. You don't use a tissue. So once this is done, you put it down, then you carry this. Yeah, this was also given to me at the hospital. It's some sort of pain slash burn relief or whatever, but you're supposed to spray it down there. This was also given to me at the hospital. So this thing, I feel like it even makes the pain worse because it first burns before it now cools. So it's supposed to be some sort of cooling, whatever, that's supposed to help, you know, with the pain that you're feeling, with the, you know, whatever. So once you're done spraying this water down there, then you now spray this to cool the place. You're not done, you're still in the process. So after cooling it with this one, right, see, I still have some inside, I didn't finish it. This thing hurts before it works, and I got tired of the pain, so I stopped using it. So after this one, then you now get the pad. Unfortunately, I forgot to save one because those things, they are massive. Like they are like I was so pained. I was going to go buy one, but I couldn't find, just to show you guys in this video, but I couldn't find it. The one they'll give you at the hospital, the pad is bigger than this. It's like very big and very long. Okay, let's just say it's this size but longer, like up to here and up to here, right? It is that pad that you're going to wear, but you're not going to wear it with your regular underwear. No, you're going to wear it with this. Okay, this is, it says maternity knit pants. Let me show you. I saved this one. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks something, it's even two that is inside. Can you imagine? I didn't know, I thought it was one. Something like this. Okay. This is the first one you're going to wear. This was also given to me at the hospital a lot, like throughout my stay at the hospital. Even when I was leaving, I could pack as much as I wanted. So this is what the underwear, the pants, looks like. It's actually very soft and very comfortable. So that big pad I just told you about that they give you at the hospital, very massive, you put it on here, right? Then, no, you're not wearing it yet. Why are you in a hurry to wear it? No, calm down. You have put your pad here, right? No. Then you will now put an ice pack. This is an ice pack. The way it works is, you tear it open. See, it says cold. Oh, you can't see it. Don't worry. Let me tear it open. So this is it. It's an ice pack. Okay, this is what it looks like. It looks like a pad, but it's not a pad. But it's just exactly, it's just as big as the pad you're going to be wearing, except that the pad is wider and longer. So you put some water on this. The moment you spray a little bit of water, it becomes cold, and then you break it into two. I can't break it now because it's not cold. Then you break it into two, and then put it on the pad that you have on this pants. Okay. Then then you now wear it. Whew, are you exhausted? I'm exhausted just thinking about it. But that was the first trip and subsequent trips to the bathroom for the next, at the very least, 3 weeks. Okay, postpartum. That's everything you'll be doing every time you pee. Typically, they recommend stopping the ice pack after the second day because they feel like it doesn't do much to heal down there anymore after the second day. So after the second day, I stopped using the ice pack, but I still continue using everything else, the spray and all of that. But as you go along, the bleeding starts to stop, and then you can go from the very big pad to this one, which was also given to me at the hospital. You go from the very big one to this bigger size, and then you go from this one to the flat one, kind of like your period. You know how? Yes, so you go from one very massive one to a thicker one to this one, kind of like your period. You know how your period just kind of flows, you know, it starts heavy and then it becomes light. Exactly, except that it can be light for the next 2 months, maybe 3, depending on your body, but at least for the next 6-7 weeks you are bleeding. Yeah, you're bleeding down there. I didn't know that. So that's about the first trip to the bathroom to pee. Now if you want to poop, that's a different story entirely. Luckily for me, like I said, I didn't tear all the way back, so pooping wasn't actually painful for me, and I'd been drinking a lot of water, a lot of liquid as well. And then you can take 2 softeners. You can take 2 softeners to make sure that when the stool wants to come out, you don't have to strain and, you know, be in pain as if you are having a child again. You know, so you can take 2 softeners, but most times it's going to be painful if you had a very, you know, bad tear. I had a 1st-degree tear, so I actually didn't feel any pain when I went for my stool. Like, I was almost shouting hallelujah. I was singing and dancing. I remember I called Tosin and I was telling him, thank God though, I went, it wasn't painful, God is good. Keep in mind that in all of these things, you are in so much pain. You are still having to feed your baby, you're having to change the baby's diaper. That's why they say that you need help. You cannot do it alone. Me, I'm super grateful for my family because everyone rallied around and they helped, but it still did not take away from the amount of pain that I was in postpartum. So before leaving the hospital, my doctor gave me this. I can't show you the front because it has all my information on it, but my doctor gave me this. It is prescription painkillers. I can only take one every 8 hours, and they said I can't drive for the next 6 weeks because I was taking this. That's how much pain I was in. In fact, they wanted to give me a higher grade, but I said, you know what, let me just stick to this one. Let's not go and take something that you understand? I said, let me just take something I can manage. So see, I stopped taking it after a while because painkillers are especially when they are prescription painkillers, you don't want to get used to them. You don't want your body to get used to them. So I stopped taking this after a while. But see, I think he said there are 90 tablets in here. Yeah. So that's all about down there and going to the bathroom and the pain you're in. And then the pain keeps increasing if you're breastfeeding because your baby is shaping your nipple. If it's your very first child, apparently your baby is shaping your nipple. That's why it's so painful. So you're in so much pain and you need a nipple cream. Yeah, there we go. You need a nipple cream. Let me not lie. I don't know. See, I'm almost done with it. Let me not lie. I don't know how much work this nipple cream did. And I don't know, because I was just in so much pain. It wasn't the only time I felt some sort of relief was whenever I used this. Okay, yes, you do need this, you know, it will keep your nipples from getting dry and chapped and all of that, and you know, and breaking. But it still happened to me because at some point it was very dry and then you bleed a little and you're still feeding. Okay, you're still feeding your baby. Exclusive. What are you doing? I'm doing exclusive. You're exclusively in pain. Exclusively in pain. That's all you're in. So I've talked about this. I've talked about down there. Let me talk about up here, which I think was the part no one really told me about, because I was in so much pain. I was adjusting to this new life. I had this new baby I was responsible to. I wasn't sleeping because it was awake. There was a particular night it was cluster feeding. That means it was feeding like every hour, so I couldn't sleep. I was in pain. I was tired. I must have cried every day for the first 2 weeks. Yes, no exaggeration. I cried every day for the first 2 weeks of postpartum. That was how much pain I was in. Tosin was consistently trying to encourage me, trying to keep my spirit strong. Forget I was responding to comments on YouTube, forget I was posting on Instagram. I was in so much pain. Those are the things I was using to distract myself. And of course I had family around me, you know, but even that, at the end of the day, it's in your mind, you know, it's in your head. So you're really the one that can take responsibility for what is going on up there, or that can understand how exactly you're feeling. So every time someone tell me, oh, what if you had more than one? What if you had twins? What if what if you were working? What if you had to resume work? I would feel like cursing them out, because I felt like they were downplaying or trying to undermine what I had gone through, and I wasn't going to have it. It wasn't an easy experience for me, epidural or no epidural. I went through 9 months journey. I went through 3 days of labor and delivery to have this baby, and then I'm going through postpartum, and then you're going to try to tell me to get over it. No, I'm not going to get over it. I'd cry. So like, that's what I'm going to tell you. If you need to cry, I would cry in the shower, I'd cry on my bed, I'll cry in my sleep, I would cry because I'm tired, I would cry because my baby is crying, I would cry because my life is over, this baby has taken over my life. I would cry. Like, the first 2 weeks were a struggle. So those people that come 10 days later, 5 days later, they're shooting a video, they're wearing makeup, I'm always like, yeah, G, I respect you. I give it to you, you know, because it takes an incredible amount of strength. There was the naming. I couldn't be bothered to wear makeup for the naming. Thank God my hair was still looking fresh, so I still looked pretty good for Nimi's naming ceremony. Got to a point that I became so overwhelmed by the entire thing that I knew I had to reach out to a few people, and I reached out to my husband, to a few friends of mine that have had babies, and I knew I could trust, you know, to express myself to, and I just did, and I just broke down and cried a few times, and it just encouraged me and just kept checking on me. So that's what I would say, like, as you go through your postpartum experience, or if you know someone going through a postpartum experience or journey, respect them. They're going through a lot. They might be smiling, they might not tell you, but in their hearts and in their body, they're going through a lot. Whether they had vaginal delivery or CS or epidural, whether they had 1 or 10, there is no easy childbirth journey, and I can confidently tell you that. Yes, let us talk about your stomach. So we talked about this, we've talked about down there. Let us talk about your stomach. There are different recipes. I know different tribes have different recipes for trying to get your stomach back into its normal size before you got pregnant, but those things are painful. There was a night I screamed so hard. I'm jumping. This was given to me at the hospital. This belt was given to me at the hospital to use to, you know, it's a very tight belt, so I'll wear it very tightly on my stomach to press down, make sure all the blood comes out. I wasn't drinking cold water. I was drinking, because my style was like those cold water that people are drinking to make you have blood clots, okay, and to not make your stomach go down. So drink warm water. So I was always drinking warm water, and every time I would drink warm water, I would feel like just the thing just coming out into the pad that I'm wearing. So I was always drinking hot water, so I was always drinking warm water, wearing this, and then my mom would do hot water massage for my back, because I got epidural, so we need to massage the back and the spine and all of that, and then the stomach as well with hot water and a towel. In fact, I'm sure it's even more painful for some people, but because me, I used to run away. After some time, I would just run. That was it. I would be in so much tears. I would be crying. That was the day I screamed so hard. My dad ran upstairs and was like, "What is it? Is everything okay?" Because I was screaming so hard. I was in so much pain, because the stomach must go back to its normal size. Another thing is you have to sit on the hot water, put what do you call it? Put Dettol inside, then just sit on it. Also, postpartum, you're going to need these bras. These are, I have two different types. I have this is even new. I haven't worn it yet. Some were given to me by some of you, so thank you so much. They were bought off of my baby registry on Amazon. Link is down below in the description box, by the way. But yeah, so there is this one. It's a nursing bra. I wear this type a lot more, Sha, because I find it much easier. What you just do is, okay, this is where it is. So what you really just do, yeah. So what you do is just snap it out like this, and then you're able to just breastfeed, and then when you're done, you just snap it back and it's back in there. So these different types of nursing bras, you're going to need that. You also need this. This was given to me as well, nursing pads to prevent leaking onto your bra and onto your clothes as well. So you need those as well. But let me tell you this, I know this entire video might have sounded scary and sounded impossible, but you can do it. You can do it. You have the strength, you have the ability. God has created you to be able to get through it. Let me tell you, it gets easier. If you can get through and, you know, hustle through the first few weeks, it will get easier. It will get easier. Like, I'm sitting here, it's 7 weeks later, I'm doing makeup, you know, I'm doing video, I'm looking good. My baby is downstairs with my parents. They are helping me babysit while I shoot this video, you know. So look for help wherever you can. Good help, Sha, dependable help. Okay, not any help just randomly, but just, and talk to people. Don't keep it all inside. If you need to cry, cry. Don't be strong just because people expect you to be strong. Don't act as if you're strong. Break down if you need to break down, because it is in letting it out that you'll be able to, you know, give yourself relief, and just trust God that you'll be able to get through it. So like I said, I'm still on the journey. I'm just 7 weeks, I'm not even 2 months postpartum yet. But that has been my experience. What has your experience been, or what have you heard about the postpartum experience? Whatever your thoughts are, please leave them down below in the comment section. Whatever you learned from this video, whatever you're looking forward to, whatever is scaring you, just whatever your thoughts are, please leave them down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed right now. Check out my other videos as well. I pray God blesses you, your home, your marriages, your relationships. Most importantly, I pray God blesses you. Remain in God, and God bless you. Mwah. Bye.